Gold prices falling for a second day on Wednesday. Jeff, what's really moving the gold price here? I talked to a lot of traders. They're noticing a lot of short covering that takes gold up to 1680, and then you have strong buying around 1650. Is this the trading range?
Thank you, Alex. Yes, it is definitely a trading range. What we're seeing is a battle between the strength in the gold market coming out of positive news and positive elements in the European debt crisis, as opposed to a strong U.S. dollar.
Is this just a currency story right now for the short term?
In the short term, it's certainly a currency story, and what I'm paying attention to is signals from the Fed as well as signals of an inflationary environment coming in the next quarter or two that could send gold to much higher numbers.
Right, inflation is definitely the factor that a lot of bulls say will take gold higher in the longer term. But we were discussing before we got on camera that you have a lot of money supply. If you look at just the U.S., the Fed has $9.6 trillion in M2 supply, right? But it's not making it into the population. Banks are holding $1.5 trillion in excess reserves at the Fed. So does that cancel each other out if you don't have inflation in the population, but the money supply is more?
Correct. In some ways it does. But in my mind, what that does is it kicks the can to another year perhaps. That inflation will rear its ugly head at some point. We are seeing that currently as U.S. consumers, everything does feel a little more expensive, whether it's on the commodity side or physical goods. Inflation is gold's friend, and inflation comes into the market, you're going to see gold accelerate.
So what kind of price are we looking at then when inflation does start to really trickle in faster?
For 2012, I've got a gold range of 1450 to 1750 because I really do believe we're stuck in this trading band. Longer term, I think gold will go above 2000. If not in 2012, certainly 2013.
And is there anything short term that we can hear, say, from the Fed today that will help gold go higher?
Certainly. If the Fed was to demonstrate further easing policy or a new easing initiative, that would send gold higher.
All right, thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate it. So you can expect gold to trade inversely to the U.S. dollar, staying in a trading range for 2012, but then once inflation kicks in, possibly higher prices.